I mean, when I worked for Michael, I really got lucky in that because I had done a bunch of work on other shows that when you're working on shows, there aren't that many great shows out there when you're like a writer or producer. So um, sometimes to pay the bills, you have to work on crappy shows. Martha Stewart. But So when I got to work for Michael Moore, I was like really psyched just because I was a huge fan, and he kind of has this um, insulated group of people that he works with. And when I worked for him, I was kind of like the new guy on staff, and I just remember he kind of like took me in, and kind of like he just really liked a lot of my ideas. I felt like, and so that was really cool. Like that was kind of the first time in my comedy career where I felt like, oh, my ideas are kind of appreciated here. So it was a really cool experience for me. I feel like people say you can say whatever you want about Michael Moore. I always feel like his voice is completely relevant and like necessary. I'm always confused why there aren't more people doing what he's doing. Like when you look at what he's doing, um, really commenting on the current social, political situation in our country and criticizing that, but doing it in a funny way where people actually pay attention to it and be entertained by it and laugh at it. I'm always amazed, like, why isn't anyone else doing this? He's really the only person that does stuff like that. So, yeah, I always feel like you, um, you can really get your message across better if you're being funny. And I'm not being funny in this interview, but yeah, I always feel like what he's doing is so unique, and the comedy aspect of that, um, I always feel like is really necessary to other because you can't just sit there and lecture people and tell people, oh, this is what's wrong with the country. This is how I think we should fix it. You can't just criticize. Like you have to show people how it could be, and also like do it in a funny way, which is really hard to do. But I think he does a great job at it.